Hello and welcome to Corporate Business Continuity Management Demo. Before diving into the demo, let's have a brief overview of business continuity management. Business continuity management, or BCM in short, is a proactive approach to identifying, assessing, and mitigating the potential impacts of disruptions to an organization's critical business operations. This process involves creating, implementing, and maintaining strategies and plans designed to ensure the continuity of critical services during and after unforeseen events, such as natural disasters, cyber attacks, or equipment failures. This demo follows the ISO 22301 standard. However, it's important to note that Corporate is a fully configurable solution that can be tailored to accommodate any framework or standard. This demo is divided into 6 sections, in addition to one for BCM settings. It provides a comprehensive overview of Corporate's capabilities in business continuity management. Each section looks into a different component of business continuity management. The first section is the risk management. This section addresses the identification, assessment, and mitigation of potential risks and threats to your organization's critical operations. Next is the business impact analysis. Here, we will discuss the process of identifying and evaluating the potential effects of disruptions on an organization's critical functions to determine recovery priorities and objectives. The next section is about the business continuity plans. We will look at the plan development, implementation, and maintenance. The plans outline response and recovery strategies for ensuring the continuity of essential services in the event of a disruption. Moving on to the crisis events section. This part of the demo focuses on the documentation of crisis events, their impact assessment, implementing recovery activities, and capturing lessons learned. Within the exercises section, we'll focus on the planning and execution of simulations or tests, specifically designed to validate and enhance your organization's business continuity plans. Exercises ensure readiness and effectiveness in responding to disruptions and emergencies. Finally, the reports section provides several reports that enable you to monitor and analyze your organization's business continuity management. Together, these sections provide a thorough understanding of the platform's features and functionalities, showcasing how Corporate can be a powerful and flexible tool for your organization's business continuity needs. Let's dive into the heart of our business continuity management system, the BCM settings. Here, you can configure 4 key areas to streamline your organization's continuity management. That includes applications, locations, vendors, and employees and skills. These 4 categories will be used across the business continuity management sections such as BIAs, business continuity plans, and exercises. It should be noted that Corporate platform is not limited to these 4 categories. Rather, the system can be designed to collect more data such as IT hardware, equipment, assets, and so on. First, let's look at applications. This is where you can add, edit, and manage all the applications that your organization relies on. By doing so, you'll have a clear overview of which applications are critical to your operations and need to be prioritized in case of disruptions. Next, we have locations. You can define your organization's physical locations, such as offices, warehouses, and data centers. Once these locations have been defined, they can be utilized across several aspects of business continuity management, including business impact analysis, business continuity planning, exercises, and documentation and management of crisis events. Within the vendor section, you can manage information about your key suppliers, partners, and service providers. This enables you to identify and evaluate the risks and dependencies on vendors, ensuring that you have a robust supply chain and are prepared for any potential disruptions. Last but not least, the Employees and Skills section allows you to maintain a database of your workforce, skills, and areas of expertise. By having this information at your fingertips, you can plan dependencies of your critical functions on employees and skills. Also, you can quickly identify who is best suited to handle a specific task during a crisis. Let's now take a drill to an individual application. The Application Details page in our Business Continuity Management System offers a variety of information and resources for each application. The Details section provides key information about the application, such as its description, vendor, owner, version, recovery time objective, business impact, and so on. The Documents table allows you to attach valuable documents, such as contracts, SLAs, license agreements, and backup procedures. In the Application Contacts table, you can store essential contact information for application vendors, internal IT, and relevant personnel to streamline communication and coordination during a crisis. The application page also displays the related processes and services. Once a process or service is made dependent on an application in the business impact analysis phase, it will show here automatically. Let's go through the process of adding a new application and filling out the associated forms. To add a new application, click on the plus icon, located at the top right of the Applications table. The system will open a form to fill out the necessary details about the application. Complete the form with the relevant information, such as the application name, description, vendor, owner, version, recovery time objective, business impact, and other important details. After submitting the form, the system will create a new application details page with the information you provided. Once the new application is created, you can further add documents such as contracts, SLAs, and backup procedures. You can as well record important contacts for the application vendor and internal IT personnel. You can do so by clicking the plus icon, which opens a form where you can fill up the relevant information for each of the documents and contacts. At last, you can follow the same process to add information about vendors, locations, and employees. With all the settings sections configured, your business continuity management system will have a solid foundation. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into the business impact analysis, a crucial element of an effective continuity plan. Before we dive into the business impact analysis section, let's talk about risk management. Risk management is an integral part of business continuity management because it proactively identifies, assesses, and mitigates potential threats and vulnerabilities that could disrupt an organization's critical operations. By effectively managing risks, business continuity management ensures the organization's resilience and continuity, enabling it to minimize the impact of disruptions and recover promptly from any adverse events. We have a separate video dedicated entirely to risk management. We encourage you to watch that video to fully understand the risk management capabilities. Upon reaching the Business Impact Analysis page, you'll first notice a list of statistics for all BIAs conducted by your organization. For a more in-depth view, you can expand this list into a comprehensive dashboard that displays a wealth of information about your BIAs. You can do so by clicking on the Expand button. This dashboard displays important information for BIAs, such as their categories, state, and distribution by departments, among other things. Take a moment to examine these statistics. The Business Impact Analysis page also features a table that lists all BIAs along with their related information. To add a new BIA, simply click on the plus icon. This will open a form to fill and add a new BIA. To view a specific BIA, click on the relevant entry in the table. This will take you to the Details page, where you can review and edit the information. The next table presents all BIAs with their overall impacts over time, starting from 2 hours up to 1 week. These impacts are derived from the impact assessments performed for each BIA. The system automatically calculates the overall disruption impact for each period, which we will explore in more depth later. The third section of this page displays the BIAs in an organizational hierarchy. Expand any department to see the related BIAs, and their criticality, and time objectives. Now that we have seen the overview page, let's drill down to a specific BIA. For this demo, we will use the business impact analysis for the financial reporting process as an example. Before discussing the specifics, let's first talk about an overview of what business impact analysis is. Business impact analysis, BIA, is a systematic process that evaluates the criticality of business functions and resources required for continuity during and after disruptions. It identifies RTOs, RPOs, and the impacts of disruptions to develop strategies and plans for minimizing the impact of disruptions. Now, let's discuss the various elements of the BIA in our system, starting with the Details page. On this page, you can view various information about the financial reporting process, such as its category, location, peak operating periods, next review date, and more. Additionally, you can see the approval state of the BIA, ensuring that all BIAs are reviewed and approved by relevant stakeholders. Also, you can see the criticality of the process, which ranges from low to catastrophic. Another key element presented on this page is the impact assessment. To put it in simple words, let's consider an example. Suppose you choose a high impact at 8 hours for operations category in the financial reporting process. This means that, in the event of a disruption to the financial reporting process, within 8 hours, this disruption will have a high impact on your organization's operations. This impact assessment will also help in determining the recovery time objective, RTO. For example, you can choose your recovery time objective based on when you first see high or catastrophic impact in any category, then selecting the time related to that. The table below presents a visual representation of the impact levels, where low impact is green, moderate impact is yellow, and high and catastrophic impacts are red. This color coding helps you quickly identify which periods have higher impacts, allowing you to choose the RTO accordingly. The next page presents the dependencies identified for the financial reporting process. You can define dependencies in various categories, including related processes, applications, locations, vendors, and employees and skills. Let's add a vendor dependency for the financial reporting process. To do this, click on the plus icon. Choose a vendor from the list. Click Save, then Submit. Notice that the system automatically populates all related information for that vendor, as it was defined in the BCM settings earlier. Defining dependencies is crucial for several reasons, as it helps in understanding relationships for managing recovery efforts, identifying single points of failure, and prioritizing resources and efforts. Next up is the Recovery Resources section. This part of the BIA focuses on the resources needed to recover and restore the affected process, in the case of disruption. Recovery resources may include personnel, equipment, facilities, technology, and any other essential assets that support the restoration to normal operations. Understanding the changing resource requirements over time helps you prioritize critical resources, gradually restoring functions while minimizing the impact on your organization. The next page focuses on the recovery point objective, or RPO. Notice that the final RPO is set to 4 hours, which means the organization can tolerate a maximum of 4 hours of data loss in the event of disruption to the financial reporting process. This page also assists you in conducting an in-depth analysis of applications, including recommended backup frequency and restoration time. By evaluating each application's current backup frequency and restoration time, you can identify areas for improvement and ensure that your organization is meeting its RPO goals. The Documents page is designed to help you store and manage important documents related to the process. These documents can be of various types, such as contracts, procedures, policies, manuals, and more. Adding documents is a straightforward process. Simply click the plus sign. This will open a form where you can fill in the relevant document information, such as title, description, related department, and document type. After filling out the document information, you can then upload the file by selecting it from your device. Finally, let's take a look at the Reports page. Here, you can generate live reports that fetch the most updated information from the BIA. The BIA report contains various sections, such as BIA Overview, Impact Assessment, Dependencies, Recovery Resources, and Analysis. Take the time to generate and review these reports. In the next section, we will explore the Business Continuity Plans, or BCPs for short. Business continuity plans are documented strategies and procedures that help organizations prepare for, respond to, and recover from disruptions or crisis. They ensure the continuity of critical operations and minimize the impact of such events on the business. This page provides a comprehensive view of all plans, offering statistics on various aspects, such as total plans, plans with conducted exercises, the number of activated plans during real crisis events, plans by approval state, and distribution of plans by their next review periods. The page also features a table that lists all the plans. You can add a new plan by clicking on the plus icon, located at the top right of the table. This will open a form to capture the plan overview details. Let's now drill down to a specific plan and discuss it in more detail. We are now looking at the Facilities Continuity Plan. You will notice that the plan is made up of several pages, each covering different aspects. Let's begin with the first page, the Plan Overview. On this page, you have the Introduction section, where you can add the plan overview, scope, policy, and objectives. It's important to note that these sections will be extracted in the BCP report, ensuring a clear and comprehensive presentation of the plan. To edit each section, click on the three dots options and choose Edit. You can also add a new section by clicking on Add Comment. The Overview page also presents information about roles and responsibilities, plan approvals, and other details. The next page presents the Initial Response, which outlines the immediate actions to be taken in the event of an incident or disruption. You have the option to add activities to the initial response. You can also edit the activities by clicking on the pencil icon. Moving on to the scope page, you have the ability to define the elements in the scope of the business continuity plan, which can include processes and services, applications, and vendors. It's important to note that the BCPs are offered in two templates. With the automated template, the related applications and vendors will automatically be populated once a process is selected. Now, let's take a look at the Documents page within the Facilities Continuity Plan. The Documents page enables you to add related documents for the Business Continuity Plan, such as policies, procedures, checklists, emergency contact lists, or any other relevant document. These documents serve as valuable resources during plan activation, ensuring a smooth and effective response to disruptions or crisis events. Let's move on to the Communications page. This page presents the communication plan, which details important aspects such as communication goals, target audience, key messaging, communication channels, frequency, and owner. The communication plan plays a vital role in ensuring that all stakeholders are well informed and updated throughout the entire business continuity process. It helps to maintain transparency, foster trust, and coordinate efforts among team members during an incident or disruption. In addition to the communication plan, this page also documents important contacts, such as emergency contacts, key personnel, and external partners. By having a well-defined communication plan and a list of key contacts, your organization will be better prepared to navigate through disruptions or incidents and facilitate a smooth recovery process. This page defines the various locations and facilities that are relevant to the business continuity plan, as well as the recovery locations designated for restoring operations in case of a disruption. Identifying these locations is essential for understanding the scope of the plan, coordinating resources, and ensuring that recovery efforts are directed to the right places during a disruption. It's important to note that you don't need to fill in all the details for each location manually. Instead, you just need to choose a location, and its details will be brought in automatically. As we continue with the demo, let's now discuss the recovery activities section. Recovery activities are the specific steps and actions the organization needs to take to resume normal operations following a disruption. These activities are critical in minimizing downtime, reducing the impact on the business, and ensuring a smooth recovery process. In the recovery activities section, you have the option to choose from a list of predefined recovery activities based on loss scenarios. To include the recovery activities for a specific scenario, click on the Enable buttons on the desired scenarios, and refresh the page. The system will then populate the tables with the recommended activities for the enabled scenarios. In addition to using the predefined activities, you can also add new custom recovery activities in the last table on the page. Additionally, by accessing each activity's detailed page, you can effectively manage sub-activities, attach relevant documents, add remarks, and specify any resources required for recovery specific to that particular activity. In the Related Exercises section, all exercises that are related to this plan will appear automatically. Exercising a plan is essential for validating its effectiveness, improving preparation, and guaranteeing a smooth response in the event of a disruption. Lastly, we'll explore the Reports page. This section allows you to generate your business continuity plan in PDF format. The Business Continuity Plan report covers various aspects of the plan, including The Overview section. Roles and responsibilities. Initial response. Scope. Communications plan. Locations. And recovery activities. Note that reports are fully configurable in Corporator, where sections can be edited, added, or modified as needed. Take the time to generate and review these reports. In the next section of the demo, we will explore crisis events management. This comprehensive overview page provides insights into the organization's ongoing and past crisis events, enabling effective monitoring, management, and resolution of disruptions and crisis. The page also highlights the ongoing recovery activities for the current crisis. You can also see the pending improvement actions, ensuring that your organization is continually working on enhancing its resilience and readiness for potential disruptions. From this page, you can drill down into specific crisis events to view more details and manage the associated recovery and improvement actions. Additionally, you can add new crisis events by clicking the plus icon, which will open a form to capture relevant information about a crisis event. Let's now drill to a specific crisis detailed pages. On the Crisis Event Overview page, you can view important details about the crisis, such as the crisis description, root cause, event date, type of crisis, impacted locations, and expected crisis duration. Additionally, you can manage the impact assessment on various categories such as operational, employee, infrastructure, reputation, and financial impacts. The Overview section also provides detailed information about the crisis management team. It lists the crisis personnel and their respective responsibilities, along with their contact information. The next page presents the activation of business continuity plans. Here you can choose which plans to activate for the crisis event. The Crisis Impact Overview page presents the affected processes, applications, locations, vendors, and impacted employees and skills within the organization. This comprehensive view helps stakeholders to quickly understand the extent of the crisis and its effects on various aspects of the business. On the Communications page, the communication plan outlines the goals, target audience, key messaging, communication channels, frequency, and owner for effective communication during the crisis. Additionally, this page lists important contacts, including internal and external stakeholders, who need to be informed and involved in managing the crisis. Moving on to the Recovery Resources page, this is where you can add and manage the resources needed for recovery during the crisis event. These resources can include equipment, materials, personnel, or any other essential elements required to facilitate the recovery process. The next page details the recovery activities that need to be undertaken during the crisis event. These activities are designed to restore critical functions and processes impacted by the crisis. This page provides a clear overview of each recovery activity, its description, the responsible party, the target completion time, progress, and vendors in case external support is needed. The system is fully configurable and can be set up to automatically populate recovery activities from the selected business continuity plans. This setup varies according to the needs of each client. Note that each recovery activity has its own page that details the sub-activities, resources required for recovery, supporting documents, and remarks. On the Learn and Improve page, the lessons learned from the crisis event are documented, along with the improvement actions that were identified to enhance the organization's readiness and response for future crises. The lessons learned and improvement actions help the organization to continuously improve its resilience and ensure that it is better prepared for future disruptions. In the following section, we will cover the business continuity management exercises. These exercises are designed to test the effectiveness of the business continuity plans and the crisis management team's response to various disruptions. Corporator enables monitoring and management of various types of exercises, including tabletop, walkthrough, simulation, or full-scale exercises. The Exercises Overview page shows statistics for the exercises, such as the total number of exercises, their success rate, exercises categorized by type, exercises by approval state, and details on upcoming exercises time frames. Additionally, this page lists the exercises along with their details, and it also shows any pending improvement activities resulting from the conducted exercises. You have the option to add a new exercise by clicking on the plus sign. Moreover, you can drill down to a specific exercise to view its details. Let's now take a drill down to a specific exercise. Within the Data Center Fire Simulation exercise, you are presented with 4 pages. The Overview, Scenario, During, and Post-Exercise pages. The Overview page provides details on the exercise, such as exercise type, objectives, scope, success criteria, exercise date, duration, location, and more. You can also find information about the participants and their roles. The page also lists the related business continuity plans and participating vendors. Next is the Exercise Scenario page. Within this page, you can describe the scenario and list the exercise assumptions and constraints. Additionally, you can document the impact assessment on various categories like financial, operational, technological, and reputational impacts resulting from the scenario. This provides a better understanding of the scenario and allows the participants to know the context of the impact. The page also allows you to define the scenario timeline, providing details on the events and their time frames. This information helps in creating a realistic exercise environment and ensures that all participants understand the time constraints and urgency of the situation. The next page details what happens during the exercise and provides the list of recovery activities the team has to perform as part of the scenario. This page also outlines the timeline for each activity, the responsible party, and any external vendor support needed. Additionally, it allows for adding any necessary remarks or attaching documents within each activity detailed page. Lastly, the post-exercise page provides a list of categories for evaluation and feedback, which are necessary for continuous improvement of the exercise process. You can also document the improvement actions that are necessary for enhancing the organization's preparedness and resilience. This helps ensure that lessons learned from the exercise are effectively implemented, leading to continual improvement in the organization's ability to handle crisis and disruptions. As part of the post-exercise tasks, you can evaluate the success of the conducted exercise based on several success criteria. We will now generate a report for this exercise. The Business Continuity Management Exercise Report contains the following sections. Exercise Overview. Scenario. recovery activities, and post-exercise section. With this, we have reached the end of this demo. Take some time to go through the various pages, add BIAs, plans, exercises, run reports, to see how everything comes together cohesively. It's worth noting that the system is entirely configurable, and all the elements you have seen can be customized and adapted to suit specific requirements. What you have witnessed is just one example of how a business continuity management solution can be automated. The system has numerous features and functionalities that cannot be fully summarized in this demo. We hope you found this session informative and enjoyable. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.